admit it, right? It wins. It's undefeated. All right. I surrender to win. Number 2, humility will result in honor. I'm humble today. All right. I don't have all the answers. I'm asking for help. Right. Every day don't need a response. Who hear somebody talking slick out the side of their neck? Do you trash their ass or give them a pass?
Hey, we can go back behind the barn. We can straighten it out.
Humility, guess what? He talking jive, right? Hey, listen, some men come through the doors, right? They angry, they bitter, they miserable, they unhappy, they ungrateful. Listen, they unsatisfied, they don't want to be here, but they are here. And when a man don't know how to say, I'm hurting, he becomes bitter and angry and vindictive and spiteful and gossip, like women. And I've been there. Check it out. Listen, because boys whisper, but men confront.
Okay, say that again.
Yeah. Girls whisper, but women confront.
Okay.
And if you're a humble person, guess what? I don't care what color you are. I had a pack of cigarettes and you went in my cigarettes. Now I gotta approach you.
It's going down.
How would you like if I take your guitar for a minute and hide that? But anyway. Hey, number 3, let's go here, y'all. Faith will result in what? Hope. Faith will result in what? Hope. Who here your faith is being tested?
Right now.
Yes. Who hear voices? That little devil on your shoulder say, leave. Get the hell out of here. They don't care.
You got your stimmy money.
Okay.
I'm out.
Hey, in Detox, what happened at Kirk Bride in Detox?
Oh.
A veteran was on the phone. And they said that phone is a hot box.
What they say?
Don't play that phone. Nigga, he got on the phone and said, you have $3,000 in your checking and you have $2,000 in your savings. Guess what he did?
Left.
That phone was like this. They be like, hello? Hello?
That's a true story. True story. So listen, whenever you're ready to get your life together, you committed, you dedicated, you declared that you're done. Declare no more dope. Declare no more weed. Declare. Get ready for what? Turbulence. Because the enemy is coming. Everybody here will be tested and tempted. Tested to see if we're genuinely ready. And tempted to see if we're going to Michael Jackson moonwalk back to our faith will always be tested.
No, Tito, no. Tito, no.
That's real. That's real. Number 4, Rod, let's go. We gliding. We got about 35 minutes. We go ahead. Forgiveness will result in freedom. Who holding grudges? Rob, get somebody. Come on, holding grudges, resentments. Let's go.
What type of grudge? Who want to talk about this grudge?
Name.
Matter of fact, what is a grudge? What is a grudge? It's a resentment, and resentment is what?
Ill feeling.
Ill feeling, or you feel like somebody got over on you?
No, it's an ill feeling.
You just every time you think about that, you feel bad, right?
Yeah.
Some people want to get them on what? On sight. As soon as I see that, dude, you seen that, Bobby? He owed me $5 motherfucking dollars. I'm gonna get him. Now listen, what we're talking about is this resentment stuff is, you know that resentment can stop your recovery?
Yes.
Huh? You ever hear somebody say, oh, I'm gonna fix them? And they be drinking again. I said, how you fixing somebody else and you using? How is you fixing them?
It only hurts you though.
Huh?
It only hurts you.
It hurts you.
This morning, me and my brother did it right in front of the whole community. Like it says, like when you hold a grudge towards somebody else, it affects you, not the person.
Makes you bitter.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I said this morning, like I had a grudge. I was building up a grudge towards Troy. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, like. Fuck that. I'm going in on Troy. You know what I'm saying? And like when I see Troy, it's on sight. You know what I'm saying? But like the devil wanted me to like, cause reality though, like I love Troy. I've come to like him. You know what I mean? And like I had a brother before and I had to trust my own blood brother. So God put Troy in my path for some reason. And I see that Troy sees potential in me and wisdom in me. You know what I'm saying? And he in some way look up to me. And I look up to him too, you know what I mean? But it was like, he wanted us to like fight and depart. So I said, I like, nah, man, what's the best way to go about this? Know what I mean? Fought or separate. Know what I mean? But then I said, nah, the best way to go about it is confront Troy. Know what I mean? But in a positive way and say, look, I'm hurt for the things that you did or what I did. So I said, Troy, you know what? I love you. Know what I mean? Let's go through this path. Let's go through this path of recovery together. I'm saying, let's go through that recovery together. And when Satan see that, he was like, God damn. Right there, never do that. It takes a real man to apologize to other men and cry in front of other men.
Come on.
And for me to do that, it was like, that's recovery.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And I hugged my brother when we walked outside and we were joking around, laughing like, yo, you crazy. We went downstairs. We both got accepted to the Bracewell house. The guy was like, call tomorrow at 3:45. I'm going to talk to both of you and go to the house together. And when we came outside, we yelling and shit, jumping around the grass. People looking at us like, oh, they about to fight, they about to fight. But nah, we was like joking around like two kids. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, I got a brother now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what recovery done for me. You know what I mean? For us. You know what I'm saying?
Give it all right there. Good food right there, man. That's good. Hey, and that go back to when you talking about being humble, and he caught a lot of honor. And the brothers going to a program. That's good. I have to leave here.
Could you imagine they looking out the window and they was fighting? Like, we have some housing park. Who the hell is that? Call security.
Right? And got put out of here. Hey, forgiveness. When we talking what? Freedom. God showed, my high power showed me this. All right? To sincerely forgive somebody, right? I got to understand them. And when you understand them, then you can have acceptance. And when you have acceptance, then you can what? It's easy to what? Forgive. Give you an example. Who here mad at their mom? Or mad at their pops? Or mad at themselves? Right, there you go, right?
You should be like this. This is bullshit. I can't even put my hands down.
So you gotta understand, listen, we as human beings, genetics, it runs in our family. The environment, it consumes us, our thoughts and our ideas and all of that. So genetics and environment can cause the individual to be who he is right now sitting in these chairs right here. If a person hurt me, I gotta understand hurt people do what?
Hurt people.
And if the hurt person don't get help for their hurts,
They're gonna keep hurting.
you're gonna keep hurting. And you gotta go a little deeper, dig deep, and find out what happened to them. Were they abused? Was they molested? Did they have somebody to talk to?
Right.
Did they just give up on life? Did they start drinking? Did they start suppressing? And understand that what? The person who hurt me been hurt themselves. And when you understand that, it makes it a little easier to accept what they did.
Not saying it's okay.
Not saying it's okay.
You can't fix somebody who don't want to be fixed.
Yeah.
The acceptance, it'll ease you a little bit.
That helps me with what? Getting free. That helped me getting free. Cause my ex-wife, listen, she took me through hell.
She was little Tyson.
Yo, how many guys here like wild women, bad girls? I thought I did too, right? Yeah.
They don't cut you, they don't love you. She don't shoot you, she don't need you.
Hey, how many people? How many ladies understand that when men think below the equator? When we as men think below the equator, ladies, we really not listening for your pain.
No.
We hear your body in 3D.
Okay.
Hear what I'm saying? But your pain, we hear in silence. But your body, your fruit cocktails, we hear real loud, right?
Right.
But your pain, I heard my ex-wife like this. I'm scared. I'm sniffing dope. I'm in another program. My son got murdered. So I heard her pain in what? Silence. But her body, I heard in what? 3D.
Okay.
And we got married. Anybody been in the rooms before? Rooms are dangerous. 17th and Lehigh. And we was in a room, and the landlord, she opened up the drawer, true story, and she had an 8-ball of weed in there. She had an ounce of weed in there, right? This big of weed, and had like 30 IDs. I said, what the hell is going on? I gave her the money, then I started seeing all this weird stuff, right? The dude downstairs in the basement will smoke crack, come upstairs with a gun in his hand, and looking around in the kitchen. The guy upstairs, he had a bunny in the kitchen. The guy on my floor, true story, yo, he was a man during the day, but at night he was a woman. Bruce Jenner. Caitlyn, whatever like that, right? Yeah, right. So it's like, no, and then guess what? And then I left. Then I got high, but she stayed with me. But when I got clean, I saw clearly that this woman right here she was unfit, psychologically in pain. And my loneliness and my fear and my desperateness and my tired of masturbation and fornication, I grabbed her. But I was still sick.
Right.
Because I didn't want to be what? Alone. So I grabbed her and got her. And then we got together and we got married. So when seconds turn to minutes and minutes turn to hours and hours turn to days and days turn to weeks and weeks turn to months and months turn to years.
As the addict turns.
She started smacking me up. Yo, she took umbrellas, hit me in the back of the head. She had a Gerber life insurance policy on my life for $50,000, paid for it faithfully every month.
Eat every meal, mother. Eat every meal, baby. You eat first. You eat first.
That's how it was. Had to see with one eye open. But listen, hey, I'm going to end it right here, right? Listen, whenever we got a why in our lives, whenever we got a why that's unanswered in our lives, we can have resentments. Everybody hear that? Whenever we have a why in our lives, we can hold resentments. So guess what was the answer for her why? Her son got murdered. That's the what to answer her why. The root. Her son father used to beat her up from sun up to sundown. That's the what to answer her why.
Yeah.
Her mother tried to abort her with hangers. That's the what to answer her why. Her father went to jail for molestation. That's the what to answer the why. Whenever we have whys in our lives that's unanswered, we can hold grudges. And it'd be hard to what? Forgive. And we will never get what? Freedom. Freedom ain't free. It's a price to pay to get free. So the person who hurt us understand their plight.
Right.
And get the acceptance, and it'd be easier to what? Forgive, so we can move on and stop being what? Let them hold us hostage.
Now, when we say forgiveness, we're not saying we're not saying what they did is okay.
Right.
What we're saying is what they did is not going to stop us from living life.
Okay.
And if you want to overstand certain things, like main reason why we're here, if this is not your first rodeo, you got underlying issues that haven't been resolved. And as long as you don't resolve them, you always going to be running in places like this.
Next one, restitution will result in what? Closure. Who owe people money? Who owe people money? Restitution will result in what?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay. All right. Hey,
Give them some food stamps.
They don't want
They give like 700 food stamps. Give them some food stamps.
restitution will result in what? Closure.
Yep.
Pay what you owe. Anybody hear that?
Then you gotta look over your shoulder and all that kind of. Anybody ever look over your shoulder a lot?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's a form of recovery too. Because we having what? Integrity. Let's make a toast to what? Integrity. Let's make a toast to integrity. And for those who don't have integrity, we might be hypocrites. Restitution will result in what? Closure. Who here, your mother had to put their house up for you?
No.
Put the car up.
The car? Yeah, restitution. And who here know about the crack pipe that stole Christmas?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Hey, like Daddy, we had a TV downstairs. We had a bicycle. But when you left, we lost everything, Daddy. What happened?
And the kid traumatized, devastated, hurt. Christmas Eve, they had it all. Christmas Day,
They be like, where that Daddy at, man? I think he back there.
restitution result in what? Closure.
Wire him away.
Pay what we owe. Everybody hear that's a part of what? Recovery. And if you can't pay it all the way, get on the payment plan.
Right.
Everybody hear that?
Yeah.
All right. Because people, listen, some people don't forgive us until we get back what we stole.
Right. Okay.
All right?
And some, we stole some people peace of mind too, right?
Oh, say it again. What you
Stole
say,
peace
right?
of mind too.
Right.
They was watching TV, somebody's dead body was found in Kensington, Allegheny, or Wayne Avenue, and all that kind of stuff. And our loved ones, guess what? Haven't heard from us in months and weeks and years. They thought it was us.
Right.
So we stole their peace of mind.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely so.
Hey, who here talk too much?
Where they at?
You working on that balance?
I hope that was
Hey, my mama, I said this right here. I your mouth. Matter of fact, when you come into my house, clap your hands. Because when your hands are clapping, you cannot be stealing none of mine. That's my mama. That's my mama. That's my mama. Oh shit. That's real. That's real. I seen her yesterday. She's doing good. She said, baby, you got a lot of gray hair. You need some B12. My father drove me up to Rite Aid and got me 3 bottles of B12. And she gonna call tonight, make sure I took her. I love you. All right, here we go. All right, let's go in. Y'all ready? Come on, let's get that next one. Y'all got 20 minutes left. Sacrifice will result in what? Discipline. Sacrifice will result in what? Discipline. Rob, what they talking about? The sacrifice.
Well, a friend of mine told me a long time ago. He said, "Don't alter your life. Take your life to the altar." Take your life to the altar. Like what we're trying to say is, a lot of times we have been trying to control our life and fix it all this time, haven't we? And what's been happening?
The same
Jails, institutions, and death. Why not let your higher power try? We've seen how you've been driving. You need to let go of the keys.
And let somebody else drive.
Let somebody else drive.
Who here know how it is to be dope sick? Talk to my people that been dope sick. Listen, my buddy Dave, rest in peace. He was well loved in Baltimore.
N.A. Dave, you say?
Yeah, and he was well loved in Philadelphia, right? He gave a message. He knew the NA text back and forth, blindfolded. Page 1, the cycle. I mean, the triangle. He knew it all, right? And he started to go cop for his what? His dope sick wife. So he knew he was wrong. He was to go cop dope for her and bring the dope back. Cop dope for her and bring the dope back.
Sounds like a bright idea.
And listen, bad company corrupts good character. Bad company corrupts good character. And one day when he went to go cop for some dope, and guess what? That dope started talking. He started listening. The dope started talking. He started listening. The dope started talking. He started listening. The dope started talking. He started to listen. And he went into the bag and he sniffed the dope and brought the dope back to her. But he got high. Now his habit had just kicked in, and he was HIV infected. And it complicated what? His illness. And he told the story before he died. And I'm from Stop and Surrender, 26 in Huntington, lions, tigers, and bears. And he said one day he was so dope sick. He got out of the bed. I don't know if he was naked. He walked to the corner like Jesus. I don't know what he was. Right? He was naked. I don't know if he had clothes on, whatever. But he just got up and went to the drug dealers and grabbed a pack. Broad daylight.
The young boys.
And they beat him, kicked him, stomped him, trashed him. Trashed him, beat him, kicked him, stomped him. Stomped him, kicked him, trashed him, beat him. Beat him, kicked him, stomped him, trashed him. Around the clock. But it could not get what out of his hands. So he sacrificed an ass whipping.
He's a fucking beast.
To get well. Anybody hear that? Yes, that's real. He shared that. He said one day dudes were chasing him with guns. And he jumped through the people's house.
Damn.
For salvation. Yo, wild stories. No, have mercy. Right? Sacrifice.